series for Team Savage. These will be war recaps for our wars. So the first one we'll do is our 88th war win against Gotham City. We actually won this war. We thought it would be closer, but it didn't turn out to be that close. So at that time, we had 88. They actually had more wins than us, but for the record that we looked up on them, they actually had about 60 losses as well. And their first guy failed pretty badly. So let's go through the attacks. Now, the number 2 base, actually, a lot of us failed on it multiple times, our higher players. It actually took our number 10 to 3-star, and he did it with, because he gemmed his haste. Now, I'll show you the attack. It's actually pretty good. So he did a Golaloon attack. So in his CC, there's a Golem. Of course, when you do a Golaloon, the goal is to take out the Archer Queen, the CC, and an AD. So if you look at this base, either you would want to go from this side ideally, so you might be able to take that out as well, or this side. This side seems easier, I would say, just because there's no Expo. Expos are very tanky, and if your Archer Queen starts hitting this, it's going to be a long time before she switches targets. So I believe he does go down here. The spells he takes are Rage, 4 haste, 1 jump, and a poison. Now the poison is for the CC. The jump is because if you look on any of the sides, you can wall breaker the first row of walls, but you can't. But it's harder to get in. Actually, I think what he does is he jump spells here, and the Archer Queen jumps out here, because on this side, since the Archer Queen is right next to the wall, she will actually jump out. In a Laloon attack, the loons actually do so much damage. The Rage is generally only used to give them a speed boost. So haste does exactly that. So essentially, he's coming in with about 5 rages, the equivalent of that. So let's see his attack start. So he drops his Golem. Now, another thing I want to mention is, ever since the update, you have to cut a big portion. You have to clear everything out from the sides. That way, the Archer Queen and the Barbarian King actually go in the way you want them. The new AI, they're more likely to go around the base if you haven't cleared the sides out enough. So he drops that. He drops Wizards to take out the sides. And he drops, if you see his Barbarian King went there and wanted to go there. Once he realized all was cleared, then they go in finally. Now the Barbarian King jumps right in, kills it. Now this starts drawing the CC troops. Barbarian King ability goes, and that's when he drops the poison. So the poison's dropped in a place where he knows all the CC will go to, and it's also dropped on the Queen. As you can see, the Queen didn't actually die, but she'll die to the poison. So now all those guys, they're standing in the poison, they'll die. And this is when the rest of his attack starts. He uses the Queen ability, he clears out the rest of the CC. Okay, so now what he does is he drops 3 loons here, because actually I know I actually attacked this previously. What happened with me, I dropped 2 loons here, they went here, 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 and then they tried to kill this. These loons went here and here, so by dropping 3 here, I believe he gets a better split of them going there. Let's continue playing. Tesla locations on this base were actually pretty good. He did a similar thing here. So haste, rage. So this one popped, and yeah, you can see these loons, once this was taken out, these ones went here, which was good for him. And then at the same time, he starts deploying here. So you can see he still has 3 haste left, which essentially act like rages for loons. Drops another haste, and at this point it's over. Yeah, with the haste, the loons are just too powerful. He actually had a loon left over. probably could have saved that once all the defenses were dead just to drop in a corner so he can start taking things out, but he has enough pops. All three of his hounds popped, and yeah, he has more than enough to just clear out the base. We can speed it up. And that's his 3-star attack. It was actually a very good attack, and it was from our number 10 on their number 2, so pretty impressive. Let's see. That was our Town Hall 10 attacking, because there's only one 10. Okay, so number 4. That was actually my attack. Can't exactly remember what I did. So let's play it. Okay, so the first thing, the whole point of dropping this loon here is because it's a 1-for-1 trade. This is because eventually when I will drop the hounds here, like here and here, if I drop loons, all the loons will go here. Like from both sides, from this side and this side, all loons will be attracted to here. So that's why this cannon has to be taken out, just so the loons pathing is better. It was actually pointed out by a clanmate of mine. Okay, so I drop. Okay, so I'm going in from. Alright, so the plan is to go in from this side, take out this AD, this air sweeper, and the queen. So yeah, generally with one golem, the goal is to take out one air defense. If you can take out more, it's better. If you're doing a shattered, you ideally want to take out 2. So again, you have to funnel a lot to make sure they go where you want. Okay, now I dropped the wall breakers. It's important to note that when you have AoE, you want to make sure you drop the wall breakers, either time it so they go properly, or drop your golem somewhere else and the wall breaker somewhere else. Because as you can see, this mortar is firing over here, and the wizard tower is hitting these. So the golem is safe, but if the AoE is going on the golem, you want to make sure your wall breakers don't hit that as well. So that pops. And the hero's going. So I should have mentioned spell. So I don't actually have haste. It's so just 3 rages, 1 jump, 1 poison. Poison again to kill the CC. Now what actually happened was they had a golem in their CC. It's kind of ridiculous. I did not expect this. I did the first attack on this base. So essentially that makes the poison useless, and it takes up a lot of time for the BK and the A queen, the archer queen, to actually kill it. I still ended up, I dropped the jump. The jump is so the Barbarian King can get over to hit the queen. I didn't expect the golem. I still dropped the poison just to slow, because the poison also slows. And it killed those skellies. So I had to end up using the ability. Now everything's firing on the Barbarian King. It's not looking good for him. The Archer Queen still not dead. My Archer Queen is... So I pop the ability, and that's when I get lucky, and with the ability on, the Archer Queen just decimates. Okay. Now, I want to mention that it's dropped from this angle, so it picks up any traps that could have been in the area. This one dropped from this angle. Again, if there are any traps, you want your hounds to pick them up first. So, even though there are 3, generally the idea is you want to drop most of your hounds on the 2 and have the remaining one fly across the base to that one. That's just so, again, it's picking up all the traps on its way there. Plus, that one is low. Most likely I could just drop loons, put a rage, and it would die. So, again, I do the 2 drop per defense. So, the 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So, it picked up those. As you can see, they're picking up the mines, and I drop the rages. One of the hounds pops, that's fine. Now it goes to there. What I might have done is drop 2 on this one, just so it's an easier thing, but I was afraid that there would be more mines somewhere here. As they go there, they're both pretty low, and they end up dying, but since it is a low level AD, just a rage with some of those can just take it out. Another thing I did was because this, you can see the defenses here and here, I saved 2 wizards, dropped one here, just so they can take us out. Otherwise, when your loons are doing cleanup, they have to go here, and this is pretty high HP building. Yeah, I mean, once most of the base is taken out, you have loons up, it's pretty much over. I can just fast forward this. And yeah, that was that attack. Let's go back to war. CJ Dubs. I want to, I guess, do dragon attack maybe. Yeah, let's go over this. This is another air attack. So he goes right in with so this is generally with when you're doing a dragon attack with you take loons in your CC, and since you can see all these ADs are close together, and I mean that's just pointing in the wrong direction altogether, it's better to take rages and heals, like a combination of that, like either 3 rages or 2 rages and a heal. In other base designs, if one AD is far or they're all generally farther from each other, what you do is you take lightning just to get rid of that one. So let's watch this attack. So first thing he does is he drops 2 on the side to basically cut. That way when he drops the dragons here, they will go straight in as opposed to circling the base. And he slowly drops the rest of the dragons in. The CC comes out, that's not, he drops the heal just because all the dragons are taking, and then he drops the rage behind that. He could have probably, so he drops the loons here just so they go straight across. I guess you could have dropped them somewhere here as well, either side. That doesn't matter either way too much. The loons do split, which is good. And he drops the other rage. At this point, there's not much to do other than deploying his Barbarian King, and he'll do that once most of the defenses are taken out. Yep, pretty easy cleanup. So, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty straightforward war. They started out doing some good attacks. They didn't get too much on us. Like, they weren't able to 3-star most of our Town Hall 9s. So, I mean, that was good for us. Next, so most of the attacks I went through were air attacks. Next time I'll try to go through some Goho attacks. So, golems with hogs. And yeah, so I guess that's everything for now.